Hello everyone, my name is Pasindu and my team member is Nino. So we are going to do a presentation about the critical evaluation of the environmental impact of lean adoption. Uh, we are going to use Amazon as our case of study. So as we all know, lean is widely known for improving efficiency and reducing waste. But what happens when a company like Amazon applies these principles on a global scale? We look at both the positive outcomes and unintended environmental consequences. So, from the second slide onwards, my friend Ninu will be continuing. She'll be talking about the global operations and lean principles.
Yeah, so global operations and lean principles. Lean was originally designed for manufacturing, but with globalization, its influence has spread into the service sector, including logistics, retail, and e commerce. The presentation is a critical assessment of how globalization influences the adoption of lean production in a global service organization. We have used Amazon as our case study to examine this relationship. The overall objective of lean principles is to create the highest customer value with minimum waste of any kind. Uh, Slide 3, the genesis of lean production. To comprehend how it is applied today and to understand Amazon's approach, we should go back to the history of lean. It was created by extremely efficient production system, and the main philosophy behind it is the relentless removal of muda in the Japanese language, which means waste. It started in the Toyota production system, built around improving efficiency, defining value from the customer's perspective, and eliminating all forms of waste. In this model, the producer does not influence value, but rather the entire value depends on the customer. Slide 4. Uh, Amazon embrace of lean principles. The whole masterpiece of Amazon and its business model is the application of lean principles to the service industry. The customer defined value in lean has been translated into the company through its well known obsession with the customer. Every process that concerns its operation is carefully designed to ensure it is as fast and efficient as possible, and it does not waste time and energy. But while these systems reduce cost and waste internally, they also raise questions about their broader environmental impact. Slide 5. Uh, Environmental benefit reducing material waste. Applicability of the lean principles to the service business is the entire masterpiece of Amazon and its business model. The customer defined value of lean has been implemented in the company in terms of its famous obsession with the customer. All processes that involves its functioning are well thought out to make them as safe and effective as possible. It does not waste time and energy. It involves a large amounts of data to calculate and remove the bottlenecks and inefficiencies. Amazon optimizes its packaging and reduce unnecessary material use. This helps cut costs and lowers the amount of cardboards and plastic entering the waste of stream. An important step towards environmental sustainability. Slide 6. Environmental benefits, optimizing energy use. Energy efficiency is also a part of lean principles throughout. the large fulfillment centers of Amazon. The physical layout have been strategically made in such ways that they are reduced the movement of the goods and people, which is directly translated to less energy in the conveyors, vehicles, and climate control. The widespread application of robotics also simplifies the sorting and retrieval procedures and serves on the consumption of energy. This culture of continuous improvement has made Amazon's warehouses some of the most energy efficient in the world. Slide 7, environmental benefits, efficient inventory control. Another environmental victory is Amazon with its advanced inventory management. The company will be able to achieve this by a lean based just in time approach, thus preventing the unnecessary stock in the warehouse. This will be severely decrease the risk of a product becoming outdated or going out of date, and so there will be no wasted products. Moreover, less inventory would occupy less space in warehouses, which would also require less space for lighting, um, heating, and cooling. So far, lean appears to make Amazon greener, but that's only half of the story.
From the next slide onwards, I'll be continuing and I'll be talking about the environmental drawbacks. So the first drawback I'll be talking about is the increased transportation emission. It is now time to look at the main contradiction of the environmental impact of lean. The relationship of inventory efficiency because of the JIT principle also poses a transportation paradox. The logistics network of Amazon relies on small batches and regular shipments to facilitate the ultra-fast delivery promises. This usually leaves the delivery vans and trucks going without being fully loaded. This increases transportation emissions and leads to a higher carbon footprint overall, showing that operational efficiency doesn't always equal environmental sustainability. Talking about the next drawback, I'll be talking about the high cost of speed. The issue is compounded by the fact that Amazon has a single value, that's speed. Customer value is the most important element in the lean paradigm, but the kind of value that Amazon delivers is the value of deliveries that are almost instantaneous, which is overwhelmingly defined as the value of delivery in the case of Amazon. To fulfill its one-day and same-day delivery commitments, the company often uses shipping modes that are very carbon intensive, such as air freight instead of ground or sea transport, which are more sustainable. So, while lean meets customer expectations, it sacrifices sustainability by increasing carbon output. This reveals one of the biggest contradictions within lean's adoption at Amazon. So the next drawback I'm going to talk about is the challenges of returns. The problem with the environment goes through the customer returns of the products, another result of the customer focused lean philosophy. By providing free returns without friction, the value of customers is increased and the confidence in sales is strengthened. Nevertheless, this has environmental costs cause some of these items end up as waste. So what's efficient for the customer isn't always efficient for the planet. And also this free return establishes a huge reverse logistics network. All the returned goods must be transported, checked and sorted, and that is why in most cases they are repackaged, which also uses energy and materials. So the next drawback I'll be talking about is the consumption rebound effect. And in the end, we should consider the complicated rebound effect. Frictionless consumption is a result of the incredible efficiency created by the lean operations of Amazon. Every single transaction can be more efficient, but so accessible are one-click orders and fast delivery that they can be tempted to purchase more products. The overall rise in consumption may readily counter the efficiency gains in the environment on per item basis. So I think on the next slide, I'll be talking about the best strategy, which is integrating green matrix. When it comes to implementation of lean in a sustainable way, the change in thinking is the most appropriate approach. Amazon needs to go beyond its definition of waste that focuses on time, money, and materials to explicitly cover environmental externalities, such as carbon emissions. This is achieved by incorporating the cost of carbon into its logistics algorithm, which become not only faster but also maximizes the vehicle capacity when it comes to delivery routes by aligning lean with carbon goals. Environmental sustainability becomes part of continuous improvement. So the next topic I'm going to talk about is greening the last mile. The last mile. Getting products from the warehouse to the customer is where most emissions occur. Amazon needs to green its last mile of delivery to reduce its greatest environmental impact. The most essential is the accelerated shift of the large global fleet of vehicles to electric ones so that there are no tailpipe emissions. Implementation of less damaging delivery technologies in populated cities, such as electric cargo bikes and food couriers, can also cut down on traffic and pollution. AI-driven route optimization can also help minimize unnecessary travel. These solutions maintain lean efficiency while reducing carbon impact at the same time. So on the next slide, I'll be talking about closing the loop. Amazon must transition to a circular economy process to address packaging waste and return waste. This involves the design of an item other than single-use cardboard to come up with reusable and returnable containers and programs. It is also to automate its return business to effectively repair, refurbish, and resell goods using open second-party markets like Amazon Warehouse. By turning waste back into usable materials, Amazon can align Lean's principle of waste elimination with true environmental sustainability. So on the next slide, we'll be talking about the group process and how we did it. So this slide is indicated for our group process as required. As a two-person group, we work collaboratively by dividing research equally. Both of us were interested in the history of Lean after collecting data together. Neenu, my partner, focused on Lean's positive impacts, while myself examined its environmental drawbacks. We discussed our findings openly, agreed to present both sides fairly, and used regular check-in and calendar systems to stay on schedule. This process improved our teamwork and helped us learn how to handle complex, sometimes contradictory ideas. Leaving the good or bad analysis thinking and getting into a more critical assessment was the hardest part. So coming into the conclusion, I'll have to sum up. Lean implementation at Amazon is an effective two-edged sword. Its doctrines furnish a superb arsenal for minimizing raw material waste and energy efficiency. Nonetheless, the existing implementation with a limited concept of customer value as raw speed produces drastic adverse environmental effects, specifically due to transportation and consumption. Thank you very much.